What is one gameplay difference between gold and plat? I'm gold 3 trying to get to plat. If you're gold 3, there's no difference between gold 3 and plat 1. There's literally no difference. They're one division away. It is so close. I don't think there's like glaring differences between gold and plat players. I think plat players obviously are going to have a little bit more understanding of how the game works in like favorable situations. But like from gold 3 to plat 1, a lot of people like they'll be playing in a game. Say you're like plat 2 and you're being paired against diamonds. A lot of people get really stressed out about that. They're like, why do they have 2 diamonds on their team and we have no diamonds? The ranks are like practically the same. They're 2 divisions. That's like 2 games away from each other. It's nothing crazy. You could rank up in 2 games. People heavy smurfing immortals getting on accounts that are gold. I mean, I understand why they do it. I think that's a game issue more than anything. I don't think there's a way that they can prevent smurfs though. The way that they do it now is that they make it so you have to play 20 unrated games to smurf. And then like from my experience, I was smurfing and I got placed like only a few divisions lower than my main. So like if you're performing very well in all of these games, you rank up very quickly based off the kills. So I think they do the best that they can to prevent smurfs, but like I don't think there's any way they can detect it. Somebody got really upset with me on a video one time. They're like, don't you think that smurfing hurts the experience for lower ranked players? And my response is yes, but I wanted to play with my friends. Maybe it's a little bit selfish, but like I don't know, let me queue with my friends. I want to play with my silver friends. The only way I could do that is I have to have a smurf, so I made a smurf. I don't know, dude. Sorry, maybe that's selfish. It's not uncommon. A lot of people do it. King, why don't you just play unrated? Because my friends want to play competitive, dude. My friends wanted to play comp, so I'm playing comp with them. Smurfing really isn't that bad. Most smurfs suck, too, just for the record. It is on a very rare occasion that you're going to go against a smurf that's going to, like, hard carry. A lot of the times when you see smurfs, it's like, oh, I'm smurfing, and they're in, like, gold. But, like, their actual main is in, like, platinum, dude. That's not... You're hardly a smurf, dude. Like, even if you're diamond down to gold. Like, you're smurfing, but, like, it's not insane, you know? A big smurf would be, like, immortals in gold. Immortal gold or, like, immortal, like, silver. That would be pretty crazy. I don't want to play against an immortal player in silver. But, like, diamond players aren't that much crazier than platinum players. I think it just has to do with the 3 divisions. It's literally not that much different. It's not too crazy. Make a smurf for your smurf so you can play with your bronze friends. I'm trying, Kirby, but I have to play 20 unrated games to do that. And that's going to prevent most smurfs. I don't want to play 20 unrated games so I can get another account into gold, placed into gold. That doesn't sound like fun to me. Some smurfs are smurfing because they're hard stuck on their main, right? Some smurfs are smurfing because they're not that good. Like, they're struggling. Some guy pops off. Yeah, people are like, that guy's a smurf. He could just be having a good game. Maybe you're just like not playing well. There's a lot of different variables. He could be a smurf. Another thing too is when you're playing against a smurf, you should take it as an opportunity to learn. You're playing against a player who's better than you. He's not hacking. He's not. He's a better player than you, and he is playing very well. That should be exciting to you. You should watch how this player is playing and try to figure out what you can learn from him. It's not about, oh, this guy's smurfing and he's destroying me. That game's about more than you gaining elo or losing elo. Yeah, you're probably going to lose rank. You'll probably lose to this player, but what can you learn from that player? Because the only way to get better is by playing against people better than you. That's the only... You're not going to get better by playing against people worse than you. So if you feel like you're better than silver players and you're playing in a silver matchmaking and you're winning all of your games, but then you get paired against a smurf and you're upset that that smurf beat you, you should be excited because that was finally the one person who could rival you in your matchmaking. I think what a lot of people run into is that they can't even compete in their own ranking, and then they complain about smurfs when there's smurfs in their game. But they're like, oh, well, this guy's smurfing, but in like reality, they have no idea if he's smurfing or not. He could just be better than them, and like they were already losing to normal rated silver players, and now they're playing against somebody who's smurfing. I guess it's an irritating thing to go against, but for the most part, it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. If you're gonna always blame your losses on external things, then you're gonna really struggle to improve. Because these same people who blame Smurfs, they're the same people who blame their teammates. They're the same people who always, they're like, oh, it's the matchmaking. The same people who say, oh, I was lagging. Oh, I have 50 ping. Oh, this is stupid. I can't play with 50 ping. I'm like, dude, 50 ping is not a lot. Same people who blame getting split every single freaking time. That's me, dude. I'm getting split a lot, and I'm getting very frustrated. But I also recognize that the reason I'm losing on split has nothing to do with the map, and it has everything to do with me. There's teams like Sentinels, who, I mean, obviously I'm not playing as Sentinels, but there's teams who win 100% of the time on split. Or not 100%, but they win very frequently on split. It's just the same way that I win like 80% of the time on Ascent. There's something that I don't know, that I don't recognize, that when I play on a split, I struggle. It's something to do with me. It has nothing to do with any other factors. It is something to do with me that I don't get on how to play on split. There's something wrong there. If I could win 80% of my games on Ascent and struggle that much on split, that has something to do with me. And a lot of people just fail to recognize that when they're playing in their games, they're complaining about all these things. This is like my little rant. This is what I talk about a lot. But the reason I'm saying this right now is because there's a lot of people who comment on my videos who literally don't understand this concept. So I really have to say it again for like the people in the back, because I'll make a whole video talking about how you need to accept responsibility for your actions, or accept responsibility for like your own like growth within the game. I'll still get comments on videos where people are like, my teammates suck. And I'm like, you're missing the point, homie. It's not about your teammates. It's not about elo hell. It's not about matchmaking. It is about you. And when people hear that, I think the way that they brush it off is that sometimes legitimately it is not your fault that you lose a game. Sometimes it's not your fault. But the problem with that mentality is that you can't improve if you don't recognize that, if you don't take the responsibility for it. Because if I get matched with a bad player and we lose the game because of that bad player, that doesn't matter. That player is going to continue to go on and be bad, and I can get frustrated over it, or I can focus on what I did wrong in that game and try to improve that way. That's where people really, there's the divide, where they hear me say things like this and they'll be like, well, I did lose because of that player. And it's like, yeah, maybe you did, but there was something in that game that you could have done better. And that's what I like to focus on. But yeah, it's just really frustrating. I say that, and like even if I ended up like taking this and like uploading this into a YouTube video, I'm still gonna get people who like comment on it. They're like, but my teammates. It'll be the same loop, dude. You can't inform everybody. You just can't inform everybody.